That's still discrimination.
Right. Well, just to follow up on that, a friend of mine yesterday said that, well, maybe we're ready to burn the Willie Lynch syndrome, the story of Willie Lynch, meaning there, and I guess this is a solicitation of an opinion. When you were saying that it's our fault, does it really mean that it was our fault or the consequences that are different being an African American that the other so-called disadvantaged groups have? And the reason that I'm cautious about saying that it's our fault is that it could easily perpetrate the illusion that the playing field was the same for each of those disadvantaged groups. And so therefore we were just in a race and lost. And I don't accept that as a premise. I believe that we can document other forces and conditions that killed a lot of people who went on the battlefield or tried to be entrepreneurs.
We can overcome that with courage. If what's fair is fair and what's right is right. But Italians in San Francisco could not get bank loans. They couldn't get capital access. So they all got together and put up some money and started the Bank of America. The legacy of Bank of America, it was created to give Italians loans. And if you want to see a site, you go to LA and see all these Chinese banks and Korean banks. Some of them recruited from China and Korea. They're there to capital access for Chinese and Korean businesses. Why can't we think like that? You know, and I'll go to a quote that one of my guys in Oakland said. It was so beautiful. They were having some issues in Oakland. And he says, I'm looking at a city council that is predominantly black. I got a black mayor. I got a black chief of police. I got a black chief of the fire department. I got a black superintendent of schools. If something's wrong in this city, somebody black did it or let it happen. Okay?
Last question, I guess. You talk about the examples of these other ethnic groups. Do you have partnerships or working relationships with national Black, Hispanic, or I'm sorry, national Hispanic or Chinese groups that are ways you can learn how they've been successful and take some of that yourself? Very close, and I wouldn't say they've been more successful than us. I think we, the Advantage of the National Black Chamber of Commerce, we can move at an instant, whereas the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce has to go through their structure, and they've got inner circles of Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans that are very good business people, Mexican Americans. So they have to go through their board, and it may take them 6 weeks to get on an issue, where we can do it in 6 hours. I just play a one-strike ball game. I make no mistakes, and my board's happy. If I make a strike, then the leash goes on me. But I think talking about that Congressman Don Young in Alaska, it was through our memorandum of understanding with the Alaska Native corporations. We went to Anchorage last year, which that's a trip, man, Alaska. We went to Alaska last year and signed an MOU with the Alaska Native corporations. They called their congressman, and he acted in our favor. Now, I couldn't get anybody at Congressional Black Caucus to do it, but I got it done. And it's funny, we're going to give an award to this congressman in a couple of months for what he did. He saved us from the stimulus bill. And I want to see Charlie Rangel and John Conyers and all of them look at this. This is our guy. Good old boy from Anchorage. Moose hunter. He's got moose heads all in his office, man. Okay. Thank you.
Today at the City Club, we have been listening to a special program featuring Harry Alford, President and CEO of the National Black Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Mr. Alford, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This program is now adjourned.